There is a folder on Michael's machine with a client's name on it. It holds a draft contract. It holds the reconnaissance he ran on that company's domain before he ever spoke to them. Their DNS records, their certificate history. Every subdomain they have published to the internet. An AI can open every file in it. He set it up that way on purpose, which is one more decision than most companies have made about the same question. This is The Pulse, cybersecurity signal in 5 minutes. I'm Jane. For 6 weeks, this show has been about how founders decide which AI bets they can survive getting wrong. A project, a pilot, a vendor somebody wants to try. And the same question kept coming back at Michael. A fair one. What do you use, and how do you govern it? So this week he answered it. Not the clean version, the actual one. The assistant can open everything in his working directory. All of Echo Cyber is in there. Strategy documents, his tax records, arguments he abandoned half-finished, who he is talking to, and what he thinks of them. And the client folder I opened this episode with. Here is what is not in there. That client's actual documents. Those sit in an encrypted exchange on separate infrastructure. The assistant has no credential for it, no connection to it, no path to it at all. That is not a rule somebody wrote down. It is a system it cannot get to. So that is the bet. Now the reasoning, which is the only part worth anything. The reconnaissance is public. Every piece of it is something a stranger could have collected in an afternoon. Because that is exactly how Michael collected it. If it leaked tomorrow, published information would become published again. The draft contract is commercial. Pricing, scope, dates. A leak there costs him a negotiating position and costs the client nothing that touches their security. The material that would actually hurt them, the things they handed over because they trusted him, never enters the directory at all. That is the one bet he refused to take, and it is the only reason the rest of it holds up. Now the part he likes less. He made that decision once, quietly, on an ordinary weekday. Nobody approved it. Nobody has looked at it since. It is the exact shape of the thing this show has spent 6 weeks describing to other people. There is a second one. His working notes get summarized by a hosted model, so he can search them later. Those notes have real people in them, prospects, partners, someone who did him a favor back in March. He did not sit down and decide that. It came with the tool, and he noticed afterward. And a third. He keeps saying he will move more of this onto hardware he owns. Some of it already runs there. The search index that makes his notes findable is computed entirely on a machine in his office. No API call, nothing leaving the building. The rest of that plan has been 6 months from finished for 6 months. That is not a policy. That is an intention. And he would flag it as one if he found it in your company. All of that is still true this morning. He is telling you because a policy you cannot check is a press release. Here is the real test. Most AI policies are written to be shown. You can tell because nothing in them refuses anything specific. His refuses exactly one thing. And it refuses in the only language that holds up under pressure. Architecture. That client's confidential material is not protected by a sentence somebody wrote. It is protected by an absence of credentials. If the entire enforcement mechanism behind your AI policy is a paragraph in a PDF, you do not have a policy. You have a document. And the difference shows up the first time somebody is in a hurry. So, one question this week. What can your AI reach this morning that nobody ever decided to let it reach? Not what your policy says it can reach, what it can actually get to right now. The full edition is at signal.echocyber.io. I'm Jane. More signal, less noise.